What's up, everyone? Huayan Pan coming to you from Cupertino, California. Happy Tuesday? Wednesday. Ooh. Wednesday, April 1st. Today's April Fool's Day? I feel like I should have done something. Missed opportunity there. It's not really funny, like, when you're with kids and you joke with your kids, but, everything you say to them is essentially truth, so you can't really joke with them. And sometimes my daughter was like, wait, is that real or are you joking with me? But anyway, happy April 1st, everyone, 2020. If this is the first time you're finding me, my name is Huayan Pan. I'm a professional musician coming to you from Northern California. And for the past few weeks, we've been doing a daily live stream. Daily minus Monday. Monday is like an admin day. But every Tuesday through Saturday, we do lessons over a certain topic. The first week, we talked about 421 for the entire week. The second week, we talked about timing is everything, which are both volumes out of my Marching Percussion Playbook here, which you can find at marchingpercussionplaybook.com. And each week we made those downloads, free downloads for everybody. And so we have our free download for this week, which is our Season 2 live lesson pack, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But as we're coming to the room, let us know where you're watching from. And this is just as much about the percussion building community online bit as it is about the information that we're covering in the drumming lesson, right? So, we're all coming from all parts of the world, and I was just looking at some of the analytics and the preference. Hold on one second. Yes, baby. My daughter. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. Should have been a commercial break just then. This is real life, guys. We're getting the kids down, and sometimes they don't go to sleep when they're supposed to. So anyway, where was I? I was looking at some of the comments and the downloads of the people who've been participating for the past couple weeks, and these streams are, so amazingly international. So just real quick, Argentina, Brazil, Panama, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, China, Indonesia, UK, France, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Canada, and of course all over the USA. So if you're popping in, I know this is not a super convenient time for everybody, so I know a lot of people are catching these on the replays afterwards. Just know that your comments will show up on the replay after as well. But if you're catching me for the first time or you're outside the United States, if you would do me a favor, just hit the follow, subscribe, most importantly the share button, because I know a lot of people are getting these messages. I've gotten quite a few messages this week about, like, wow, these lessons, I really enjoy them. I wish I'd known about them. And something I mentioned in yesterday's stream is it basically takes the little bit of time that I do have to do them. All that time goes to kind of improving the stream for the viewers, and I haven't been doing a great job of like sharing and telling people about it. So if you do enjoy the streams, do me a favor and share this out. Hit that little airplane button at the bottom or the share button on Facebook and YouTube. Tag some friends, let them know about the stream. And most importantly, bring your questions, bring your sticks and your pads, and let's do a little bit of drumming, okay? So let's say hello to some folks. 808 Moniqua, hello. Alex, how you doing? Luke, RJ Drums. Hi, Kelsey. Hi, Adrianos. Thank you for those high fives. Thanks for those incoming hearts. Guys, appreciate that. Dale, RJ Drums, what's up? Luke, Christian, good to see my friends. Thank you. And let's get into it. Where is... I'm missing my comments window. This is definitely getting better. I'm still not perfect at finding comments and reactions. Where is the comments window? I don't see it over here. Hold up. I can do this. Give me 1 second. Okay, while we're looking at that, while I'm figuring this out, why don't you guys check out the free download, which is available here. If you go to huayanpan.com/free lessons, this Season 2 live lesson pack, which is what we're working out of this week for all of our lessons. It's available as a free download right now. huiyuanpan.com/free lessons. If you're in Instagram, it's linked in my Instagram profile. You can download that now while you're waiting for me to get set up. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, we'll link it in the comments as well. Okay, and as soon as I can find this comment window, which is here, right in front of my face. All right, okay, we're good to go. All right, thanks guys. Yeah, we're getting some friends in the room. Thank you guys. Thanks, and then be sure to say hi. Even if you're in the replay, say hi, because then we can see kind of where everyone's coming from. Okay, let me just scroll these Instagram comments down because they tend to stop scrolling on their own after a little bit. Okay, all right. So let's pull up the topic at hand today. We're going into this mode, coming up here. And there's an open Q&A session at the very end. So if you have any questions, what is happening? What happened? Strange. Okay, if you have any questions, there's an open Q&A section at the very end, and we'll take any questions. And I'll stop periodically through the lesson to take questions as they're coming in. So happy to answer any questions that you might have about the lesson topic today or outside of the lesson content as well. Okay? All right, so this is the website. If you go to huiyuanpan.com and coming down here, this is the free download of the week. When you click into this one, it'll take you to this page. And I do want to mention, thank you so much to those of you who are hitting the product with a rating. That's a big help. Once you download it, if you would, and if you enjoy it and you think it's solid, hit it with a 5-star rating because that's new for this platform. And there are 3 ratings for this product now. Obviously, many, many more downloads, but I'm just trying to get some ratings so people know what to expect when they get it. And those of you who have been throwing in a couple extra bucks, it's totally free right now, so you can just enter 0 if you like, but some people have been very kind and been throwing in a few bucks here and there. Don't feel any pressure to do that. I'm just mentioning it to thank the people who have been doing that, so thank you very much. Okay, and once you get all that done, then you are in here, like so. Okay, so today, let me just pull this here. I'm gonna go into a single page view. Okay, and let me come out here. Okay, and of course, we're gonna be repurposing all this content for our Drumline Blueprint members, which is one of our main flagship courses. If you go to drumlineblueprint.com/courses, Drumline Blueprint Complete, this will be all in the bonus content section. And so these lessons are meant to fill out some of the material. The first module is just a drive-by of all the skill sets, all the things that you should have under your belt if you're playing in a drumline, teaching a drumline, etc. But then we also have bonus content sections to, fill out. So like the first module will just get you up and running, but then if you want to do a deeper dive in any of the topics, that's what the bonus sections are for. So let's jump into the content, and I do see a couple questions coming in, so let me just look at these real quick. What's a good way to build chops for an upcoming marching season? That's a great question, Dale. I think that's going to need to be a lesson in itself because it's kind of a longer topic. I did do a lesson a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, 2 weeks ago, about how to build your left hand chops because typically your left hand's not quite as strong as your right hand. But in terms of how to build actual like chops and speed, I think that's going to be one of our special topics for Sunday sessions. So if you wouldn't mind, just send me a message about that, Dale. The short answer is you take whatever it is that you're working and you just need to bump up against it consistently over time. So let's say, for example, if you can play 16 on a hand comfortably at this tempo, right, you're at 120, and then when you get to 136, you kind of look like this and it starts struggling, right? You just have to keep referencing where you can do it well, what tempo, and then just keep expanding your threshold so that you get stronger. There are a few specific things that you can do. I know like what I'm describing sounds like, oh, okay, just do that. But there are a few things that you need to do, and chops are different for different skill sets. So like I said, it's kind of a longer answer, but send me a direct message and we'll make that one of our Sunday special topic sessions, okay? Chowder321 says, how many platforms are you live streaming on right now? Basically all of them. So YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Periscope. I don't have a Twitch set up. With all my free time, I could set one up. I haven't expanded to that, and I don't have the followers on TikTok either. I honestly don't understand how TikTok works. I feel like my dad would. I have this like super vivid memory of when we got like our Nintendo. Most of you probably don't even know what a Nintendo is, but like the first Nintendo, I remember getting one and we were playing Tetris, and my dad walked in and he saw us playing Tetris, and he saw all the blocks coming down, and we were turning them and like slamming them out down in the right place. And I just remember my dad saying, "She's like, what are you guys even doing?" Like he couldn't even comprehend what we were playing. That's how I feel right now when I open TikTok. I'm just like, how do you even use this thing? So I've tried a couple times now. I think I've uploaded one video to my TikTok account. It's still also at Huiyuan Pan. I haven't figured out how to use it yet. I need to get to 1,000, so I need to post some content up there, get to 1,000 subscribers. If you are good at TikTok and you like using TikTok and you want to be my TikTok account manager, hit me up and I could use some community help with that. If we can get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, maybe I'll start live streaming on TikTok as well. Okay, enough blabbing. Let's get to the playing. All right, so today's topic, we're talking about stick control. We're going to start with the essential stick control exercises that you could begin learning with, but also, the benefits and the things that you should be looking for as you're practicing your stick control. Stick control is kind of the equalizer of all players, because it'll reveal a lot of the fundamental things that you may be doing or may not be doing in your playing, and ultimately it'll make everything that you play more smooth, more fluid, and help you move from hand to hand. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to look at is the first stick control exercise I learned when I was in high school. And so on this handout, it's a duple-based stick control. Let me just zoom in here. You can read the little bit up top. And what you'll see is the first 2 bars is a 8th note check, and that'll establish what you're playing, the sound that you're listening for. And then the next 2 bars is the actual sticking. Okay, and you'll see in just a second how it works out. And it's the same framework for line by line. Okay, so let's just look at the sticking to start. The first one, and these are your stock stone stickings. If you get the stick control book, there's a bunch of combinations. But this is a good place to start. If you can play these 4 duple stickings, then you have a solid introduction to some basic sticking controls that you should be working on. Okay, so the first sticking is going to be off the right hand first, right, right, left, right, and then off the left hand, left, left, right, left. One more time, right, right, left, right, and off the left hand, left, left, right, left. Okay, so the double, or the diddle in this case, is on the downbeat. We call these downbeat doubles. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. And then if you play the 3rd and the 4th bar together, let me just zoom this down over here. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. One more time. Ready, go. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. Now, if that's too fast or you're not able to string it together in those 4 beats, then just go back to where we started. It's basically 3 steps. Step 1, off the right. Step 2, off the left. And then do that as many times as you need to where you're not stressing to play that. Then string it together. Do that as many times as you need to get comfortable with that. And then see if you can do 2 bars or 8 beats of it. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left. Okay, now, if we turn our metronome on, and I put the tempo, let's see, let me try this. Now, if you don't have your sticks and pads, go and grab them now, because you can understand what it is, but you're gonna have to do it in order to be able to start improving on it, okay? All right, so let's just play this chunk with the metronome a couple times. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, right, left, right, left, left, right. Right, right, left, left. 2, again, go. One more time in the center of the beat. Okay, nice job. Now, to practice this, we're going to put it in context with 2 bars of check. Okay? And there's a couple reasons why you want to do this. One, you're listening for this sound. And right now we're starting slow. Eventually it'll be so those 2 bars of check will allow you to make sure that you're in time. It'll allow you to blend and balance with the people around you if you're doing this in a line setting. It'll establish the sound that you're looking for once you get to the alternating or the the variations in the sticking. So we're going slow now so that you can also check your timing and the flow between the hands, because as you insert these doubles, you want to keep your hands in motion. And think about coming back and getting full or free strokes for each one of these notes. Okay, so let's try this. It says 4 times each repeat. So you can do this continuous, which is what we'll do. We'll just do it 4 times. We'll cycle it through. This is line 1. Okay, let me zoom just a smidge. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, check. 1, second bar, sticking, go. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Back to the check. Here we go. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. 3rd time, repeat. And use my stick motion as a reference, right? Are your sticks staying in motion? Or do you see some freezing? Last time. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, and stop. One more time. 2, and smooth motion. Here we go. All back to the same height. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. Back to the check. 2nd time. Right, right, left, left, right, right, left, left. 1. 1. Last time. All right, so this is the first time you're doing it. Yes, you're thinking about the sticking. Okay, can I get the sticking? But you know, something you'll see all the time is you'll say like, oh, paradiddle. And all your wind and brass friends be like, oh, I know paradiddle. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. You're like, yep, that's the sticking. But in the stick control exercise, what you're looking for is that flow or that continuous motion in your hands. Even if you're playing a double, right? Eventually, the hand that is playing the single note may have a tendency to freeze, and you're trying to keep the sticks in motion. The second thing is when you play a double, you're making sure that at this tempo it's easier, right, to get 2 notes that are the same quality and the same height and the same sound, right? So you're using your mirror, you're using your smartphone, checking the heights of the stick. And like I said before, you're just thinking about keeping the sticks in motion, because eventually when you go fast, you're going to need that flow, and we're just doing it on one surface. If you're a tenor player or a drum set player, you're going to be able to move between different playing zones. So this flow is going to be really, really important. In a line setting, you'll be able to see immediately who's freezing and who's flowing, and you know, helping unify the motion will be kind of one of the steps that you can take towards helping the line blend and balance. Okay, so very, very important exercise, typically underutilized by many groups and individual players. You hear your teachers tell you that you need to be doing it, but if you commit to doing it, you'll see the benefits very quickly. Okay, all right, let's go to the next pattern. So we're just looking at this bar here. In the sticking, you can identify where the double is, right? So the sticking is going to be right, left, left, right, 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 left, left, right, left. And then the 3rd and 4th beat will be left, right, right, left, right. Again, off the right, right, left, left, right, left. And then off the left, left, right, right, left, right. String it together. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. And notice that I slowed down just a little bit as we were working towards it. Sometimes when you're working with the student, you know, I'm watching their sticks, I'm watching their faces, and if you see them, you know, they're about to implode because they're thinking so hard, you can slow it down. Even if it's mid-rep, if you slow it down, at least they don't stop, right? And you're just building the right connection points in their brain, so then you can gradually speed it up. One more time. I'm going to try 2 bars now. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. It's usually at the very end where someone goes and they explode, right? So if you need to slow down, we're not like working timing right now. We're just getting the sticking in your hands. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left, right. A little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right. So every note is coming back up here to the top. And I'm trying to get those two notes to flow and sound just like the check. Okay, all right, let's try it in context now. So we zoom out. We just did the last 2 bars here. Now we're going to play line 2, which is this chunk here. Okay, and let me know if these if the music on the page is helping you. A lot of the technology, steps that I'm trying to incorporate into the streams is from direct feedback from the viewers. And like this idea of getting the music to show up and be able to point to where I'm looking so that you know where to look. That was directly from my buddy Dre. He's like, this would be great if you could make this happen. So I'm learning as a teacher. I'm still growing as a practitioner right now. So all your feedback and comments are much appreciated. Okay, here we go. This is line 2, 4 times through. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And 1, 2, 3. Pattern. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Repeat. Back to the beginning of that line. 3rd measure, here you go. Right, left, 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 right, right. Right, left, 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 right, right. Repeat. 2nd measure. 3rd measure. Right, left, 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 right, right. Right, left, 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 right, right. Last time, this is the 4th time. Ready, go. Right, left, 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 right, right. Right, left, 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 right, right. Stop. Okay, how do we do? So, yes, we're working the sticking right now, especially if this is the first time you're singing it. Yeah, you're just trying to get the sticking. But once you have the stick in your hands, the most important thing is that you're listening to yourself as you play. And if you hear this, okay, just bring the left hand up a little bit. I'm trying to make it sound like this. All right, and notice that the sticks are coming up, and just keep the sticks in motion. Okay, and the beauty of this is if you do this exercise for 3 to 5 minutes or 10 minutes at the top of your practice session every day for like a week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. Let me give you an example. We played stick control every day when I was marching drum corps. Every day at every warm-up for 3 months. Right? I mean, that's enough stick control for multiple lifetimes, and then you do it for multiple summers. What I learned was that it helped a lot with our drumline chops, but it really helped with a lot of my orchestral classical chops and definitely with my drum set chops. Okay, so stick control, seriously, if you haven't invested some time in it, check it out and let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below if you're a teacher and you've experienced the strengths and benefits of stick control. Okay, all right, let's go to pattern number 3. So at this point, you understand the process that we're using to learn this, right? So these lessons are, yes, it's about the information, but it's also teaching you kind of the sequence that you want to take yourself through when you're learning something new like this, right? So these are just 4 stick control patterns, but there's many, many more variations, many, many other exercises, but you can employ the same process of how do you start assimilating these stick control patterns into your hands. Okay? All right. So in this one, I look at the sticking first, right, left, right, right. This first part, right, left, right, right. Okay, that's super familiar. Paradiddle, got it. And then a paradiddle off the left, left, right, left, left. Well, let me highlight just those 2 beats. Okay, left, right, left, left. Okay, so this is a paradiddle. We're most familiar with this one probably. Right, left, right, right, and then left, right, left, left. String it together. Right, left, same equal notes, right? And at this tempo, it's easy to get 2 notes, right? Right, left, right, right. Left, right, left, left. I remember when I learned this, I'd never played paradiddles without accents. My paradiddles were always this, right? So it's important to be able to do this, and then later we can have the option of adding or taking out our accents. And I should also mention that we're doing all this at forte right now. You can practice all of these at piano, all of them at mezzo forte, all of them at forte or fortissimo. You could decrescendo them over the phrase. You could crescendo them. All the variations you typically do, you could be doing with these stick control exercises as well. Okay, all right, let's do two of those, right, left, 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 with the metronome, right, left, left. Two of them, two measures now, ready, go, right, left, left, left. One more time, 3 and 4, right, left, 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 right. Great job, okay? So then, what do we do next? You zoom back out, and then you see if you can put it in context, and you do this, okay? So when we play this time, I want you to watch the motion of my sticks, right? You're watching the beads of the stick, and you're watching, you know, the motion of the stick, you know, and notice that's not this, right? Maybe you're great when you get to here, or maybe you're doing this bit, right? You're trying not to freeze the stick down as you're playing. You're trying to keep them in motion, okay? So use my sticks as a reference point and see if you can make your sticks look and move like mine. So the way you're gonna do that is you're looking at the computer or your phone or whatever you're watching on, right? And then you've got to turn and look at yourself, and then look back at the screen, and look at yourself, look at the screen, look in the mirror, and look at yourself, and you're just comparing, contrasting, and you're trying to, you know, assimilate this motion. Okay, I'm not saying you have to play like me, but this is one way that you can start to assimilate how other people move and play into your own playing. Okay, so do that comparison back and forth with your eyes as you're doing this. Okay, here we go. Line 3, and 1, 2, here we go. 1, 3, 1. Paradiddle, right, left, left, left. Repeat. Right in the center of the beat. Here we go. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Third time, keeping your sticks in motion. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Last time. Thank you for those hearts. 3, 4, here we go. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Stop. Okay, how'd we do? So lots of things to be paying attention to. Getting the sticking, I need to reiterate this. Getting the sticking is the first step. It's not the objective. Okay, the objective is your sound and your motion, and assessing yourself as you're doing it to make sure that you're working towards, you know, flow nirvana. You want to be as smooth and fluid and in control of your motion and sound as you can as you're playing these stick control patterns. Okay? All right. And then lastly, we're going to look at this fourth pattern now. And the pattern is not obvious right away to some people, right? But notice that here we have like right, left, left. So now the double is happening between the last note and the first note, and here as well between the first note, the last note and the first note. So it's going to be alternating right, left, 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 right, left, right. One more time. Right, left, 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 right, left, right. Okay, so just think about that for a second. I find that if I show somebody how to do this and I just say, hey, it's this, double in the left hand, try that with me. Right, left, left. Let me take the music away for just 1 second, and you'll see what I mean. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, you'll see what I mean here in a second, okay? If I take away the music and I just say, hey, check this out, the sticking is this, right, left, so the double's at the very end, try it with me, ready, go, right, left, and then we do it off the left hand, it looks like this, left, right, double at the end of the right hand. Start with your left hand, ready, go, left, right. Okay, so it's put together, which looks like this, right, left, left, right. Try it with me, ready, go, right, left, right. A little faster, ready, go, right, left, right. One more time, right, left, right. And then twice as much now, ready, go, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, if you have some drumming background, or let's say you're in middle school, you've been playing for a year or two, you've got some, you understand how to alternate strokes and how to play doubles, you probably could follow me through that entire sequence, right? And I might slow it down or do a few more reps of each one, depending on the students as I'm reading them, but that general sequence will get you through that sticking. And then typically I teach it by rote. Sorry, give me 1 second, let me turn this back on. Generally, that'll get somebody through the entire sticking, and then once they can play it, Then I'll show them the music and say, hey, you just play this here. Zoom out just a smidge. You just played this, okay? Let's read it. Now that you know what it is, and this is what I say to them, now that you know what it is, let's try reading it as we play, okay? So obviously they're looking down here. They're looking at the sticking, right? Or the note values. And I say, okay, try reading it now as you play, okay? 1, 2, ready, go. Right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. And you say, wait, where's that last right? It's the repeat when you go back to beat 1 of the beginning. So right, downbeat is the imaginary repeat, okay? Quick note, this is written at the top of this page. When I was putting this handout together, I was reading kind of like the forward to Stone Sticking's, like his forward at the beginning of his book, and he wrote something that really kind of stuck with me with my handouts and definitely with this handout, which was, he said that he didn't add a release to any of these exercise lines because all these exercises are meant to be like repeated ad nauseum. Just loop them over and over and over and over and over and over again, right? So I wrote 4 times each repeat at the beginning of this, but you could just turn on your favorite tune, like just turn some music on and just rock out to some. I'll say that one of the things that I remember most about when I was marching drum corps is, for some camps, depending on plane ticket prices, we would drive to the camp. And at the time, I was going to school in Texas, and the camps that we were going to were in Illinois. So it's like a 13, 15, 18-hour drive, and it'd be like 3 or 4 guys. We'd pile into a car and just drive like through the day, kind of into the night, and get there early Friday evening. We'd leave like first thing Thursday. And one of the things that we would always do is, you know, whoever was driving was in charge of driving, and they would drive until there was 3/4 of a tank of gas, and they would stop when there was a 1/4 of a tank of gas left. Whoever was in the front passenger seat was the DJ and be in charge of controlling the music, and then 1 or 2 guys would be in the back with their pads drumming the entire time. Of course, front passenger guys drumming also, right? And we would just call out exercises, and sometimes we would just play paradiddles for like 45 minutes. Paradiddle diddles. Or we'd say, okay, paradiddle breakdown. Paradiddle diddle breakdown. And we would do it to the music that was being played in the car. So if you're at home practicing and this is getting a little dry for you, the metronome bit, then turn on some of your favorite tunes. Matthew Black is really great about this. He's done this in a couple of his video lessons, right? Where you put some music on and you play along with it. It'll help you kind of like sink into the groove as well. I also think metronome time is super important, just like because the chirp on the metronome is so clear. You're either on the beat or not on the beat. But playing along to music, that's something that I got from one of my mentors and colleagues and friends, Brett Kuhn, was really a big proponent about using music to kind of help open your musical palette up, open your ears up to how the music is supposed to all kind of come together in the end. Okay? All right, so let's put this in context now. Let's play line 4, and what we're going to do in a second, we're going to speed it up and move this along here, okay? So this is line 4, 4 times through. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here we go. Right, left, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left, right, right. Repeat. Here we go. Right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Repeating to the beginning of that line. 3rd time. Right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Last time. Here we go. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right. Okay? Pay attention to your time, pay attention to your motion, pay attention to your sound. Your ears are still your most important thing that you're developing, along with your hands and the mechanics that you're using. So use your eyes, use your feel, your kinesthetic feel to how things are feeling, and use your ears. When it is correct, you want to remember what that feels like so you can recreate that at the faster tempos. Okay? All right, so let's try it. Let's run the gauntlet. Instead of 4 of each one, why don't we just play 2? 2 of each line. Okay, so we're going to play the first 4 lines and grab your sticks and your pads. Again, if you haven't grabbed your sticks and pads yet, do that now and see if you can run the gauntlet with me. Okay, so we're going to play lines 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we'll do it through a couple tempos. Okay, so 2 times through each line all the way down. Okay, and this is still at 100. And if you find yourself getting caught up on any of these patterns, that's going to be a sign for you to go back and just target practice that line. Okay, thank you for those hearts, guys. I can see those coming in. Those are really nice. Thank you very much. Okay, all right, one more time. Here we go. This is 100, 2 times from each line. And 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. Next line. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, left, right. Right, right, left. Second time. Right, left, left. Left, right, right. Right, left, left. Left, right, right. Third line. Paradiddle. Right, left, right, right. Left, left. Repeat. Here we go. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Fourth line. Right, left, right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Repeat. Right, left, left. Right, right, left, left. Right, right. Okay? And notice that I'm finishing up on that last rep because I do want every note to be a full, free legato stroke right now. Every time I play a note, it just comes back to here. And so this is kind of my default position in this instance. Make sure you're watching as we're doing this. You can follow along. You're watching the screen, watching your sticks, following along, back and forth. And again, just comparing and contrasting and trying to make the motion as fluid and legato as possible. Okay, I'm going to check because I see a couple questions coming through here in a second. Let's speed this up a little bit. So we just did it at 100, and if I was practicing by myself, I would do 108 right now. Okay, let's do it because I think this will be important. I don't want to blow anyone out of the water right now. So if you feel comfortable with 100, then try 108. If you broke in the middle of that, then that's just a sign that you need to do it a few more times. If you're like, it's going by too fast for you, then just back it way down to 80 and target practice. That's the main thing I would say. Don't do the most common thing that I see beginners do, which is they just rep the whole thing over and over and over again and they're breaking multiple times throughout. Figure out where you're breaking, fix that part, and then zoom back out and see if you can play the whole thing through at one tempo without breaking before you start speeding up. Okay, very important. Make sure you do that. Here we go, 108. 1, 2, ready, go. Here we go. Right, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right. Next line. All right, sorry, first line again. Here we go. Right, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right. Next line. Here we go. Pattern. Right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right. If you missed it, no problem. You get a second chance. Second time. Third line, paradiddle sticking. Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. Repeat. Right, left, right, left, right, left, left. Fourth line. Right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Pattern, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Okay, so you would do that multiple times more, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could just say, I'm going to do that for 5 minutes. I'm going to do that for the entire length of this track, of this song that I really like. I'm just going to play that sticking pattern all the way through. right? And if you blew it on one of those lines and you want to do it a third time or a fourth time, you know, that's the benefit of practicing by yourself. So you can do as many reps as you need to while no one's watching, okay? So you could see how if we just gradually stair-stepped our way up, 8 beats, 8 beats, 8 beats, 8 beats, you could get to like 160 or 180 pretty easily without, I wouldn't say pretty easily, but gradually over time, it's doable. What most people tend to do, and this is kind of one of the things I want to highlight for today's lesson, is they do it wrong like 3 or 4 times, they break, something doesn't go right, they do it right once, and they go, I got it. And then they either jump tempos, like maybe they go to 116, or worse, they do it right and they jump like too much. They jump to like 124 or 144 or 160 because that's their show music tempo, right? And then they break like 10 times in a row, and then they get it right once, and then they repeat their same mistake, right? One of the hallmarks of a pro is a pro knows when to jump and how much to jump, right? So for me, I know I could probably jump to 160 at this point. No problem, right? Even if I was learning for this sticking for the first time, maybe I wouldn't go 8 beat increments. Maybe I'd go like a 16 beat increment. So we were at 124, right? Right, and that's not going to stress me out because I just know what I can and what might be too much. But if you can do it right the first time when you jump tempos, that means like, hey, you jumped at the right time, right? You did enough correct reps before jumping, and also you didn't do too big of a jump that short-circuited your brain that prevented you from doing it right the first time, right? So that's also one of the things that you're discovering about yourself in practice, and you're becoming more aware of these different tempo settings as you're playing. I know this is like super like meta because this is what I'm thinking about, but these are the kinds of the things I'm trying to highlight for my students in private lessons so that when I'm not there, in their head, hopefully there's Hui saying like, okay, let's make a bid here. How much faster do you think you can go? But you have to do it right if we go faster. And a lot of times in lessons, I actually let students choose the tempos. You know, if they choose something huge, depending on how many lessons we've had with the students, sometimes I'll let them just do the big jump and let them crash and burn. Or sometimes I'll say like, are you sure? Or sometimes I'll have students who'll be like, you know, we'll do 108, and I'll be like, okay, let's go a little faster. How much faster do you want to go? And they'll go 109. Like, okay, you did it at 108, right? I bet we could go a little. How about 112? Let's get crazy. You know, so it's about teaching students what tempos they can stair step their way up to. All right, 120, one time through each line with the check. Okay, 1, 2, just one time through each time. 2, ready, go. Line 2. Pattern, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right. Line 3. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Line 4. Right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Again, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Pattern 1. Right, left, 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 right, 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 left, 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 right, right. Paradiddle, 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 paradiddle. Right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, left, right, right. Okay? How do we do? If that was too fast or you found yourself breaking somewhere in the middle, no problem. Just go back and do it a few more times. If you nailed it the first time, great job. Then you can stair step up to the next tempo, right? Or maybe do it right a few more times just to really lock it in. Sometimes I'll do it and I got through it. And there's a difference between like getting through it, doing it well, and doing it perfect. And I'll say even once I get it perfect, like it's bang on, I want to do it 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 more times perfect if I have the time or the luxury of the time, do it 10 times perfect in a row before I stair step up to the next tempo, right? Because you want, I always tell students to, like, if you were to bet money on yourself, like I said, hey, how much money would you bet right now that you can play it correctly? You would always want to be betting on yourself and not betting against yourself, right? So if you need a few more reps before you're willing to put money on it, then do a few more reps. But you should always be willing to bet on yourself. If you're not going to bet on yourself, why would someone else bet on you? Okay? All right. For time's sake, we're going to move just a little bit faster. Let's jump up to 140, okay? And we'll do the same thing, just one time through on each line. 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Next line. Next line. Okay, and let's go one more, 160. 1, 2. I'm going to turn the eighth notes off for now. 2, and 1, 2, 3. Again, better start. Okay, and one thing that you'll notice as you get into these faster tempos, you don't have as much time to think about the sticking, right? At this point, the sticking should be kind of in your hand, and you're, instead of thinking vertically, like right, left, 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 you want to be thinking more horizontally. So in that last pattern, for example, I'm thinking about moving to the downbeat of the next beat. Right, left, left. I'm going to beat 3. Right, left, left. Right, left, left, right to beat 1. So more horizontal in your listening and your thinking, and less vertical note to note, okay? Try this now. No check. We'll just do a check up top. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then we're just gonna play 2 bars of each pattern straight through. 2 bars of check, and then 2 bars of just the patterns straight through, okay? And I'm going to come out of music mode here. Actually, let's do it with music once, and then we'll take the music off and see if you can kind of just do it by memory, like thinking of it, and then of course you're watching the screen to use me as a reference, okay? Here we go. Two bars of check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, check. Pattern 1. Pattern 2. Pattern 3. Pattern 4. Again, 2. Hold up, let me fix the music for everyone that may be watching. And 1, 2, check, go. Pattern 1. Pattern 2. Pattern 3. Pattern 4. Okay, without the music now. At this point, maybe you've already got the music memorized, right? But let's try it without the music. Here we go. 1, 2, check. One more time. Okay, at this point, this is where it starts to get a little too fast for some people, and they see it, they go, oh, that's too fast, I can't do it. And then they just don't play stick control anymore, right? And what you want to do is be the person that has a little bit more grit and determination to say, like, you know what, I'm going to figure this out. This is going to be important for my drumming foundation. Let me slow it back down to that tempo that I know I can play it. Okay? 112, 120. Okay, let me write that down in my practice journal. That's where I could do it well on April 1st, 2020. Okay, and then the next day, you just see if you could raise the bar and go a little bit faster, a little faster. And over time, again, we talked about this at the beginning of today's lesson with chops. It's like you got to put the work in over time. Right now, my daughter, she's 4. We're working on her. This is like her first 2-wheel bike, and it's a balance bike. So there's no pedals. She's just working on balancing, and and so she's pedaling with her feet. I'm pushing her, and she just needs to get the bike to balance. And I'll tell you, like we're videoing her a little bit every day, and just even over the last 2 weeks, we've been doing it. And today was the first time that she went down a hill with her feet up the entire time. And you see that progress. It's like, whoa, a big jump from day to day. And you'll see the same thing with your stick control. If you commit to doing this, you'll start to hear and the flow will come as you spend time on this over time. Okay? All right, let me take a few more questions. And then, man, guys, thank you for blasting those hearts out. I can see those coming through. So very, very, very much appreciate that as you guys are tapping over here. And let me answer a few questions and read a few comments, and then we're gonna put some speed on this and see who can hang. So let's talk about it. Okay, Jacob says, yes! Sorry I caught the back half of the lesson. No worry, Jacob. Thanks for coming in, and thanks for all your comments, and you can always catch the replay. Thanks for sharing now. Everyone who's like sharing now as you're coming in because you didn't share at the front of the lesson, feel free to share it out. That'd be much appreciated. Cody Santiago says, better than homework. Man, I gotta say, I feel for all the teachers who have kind of been empathizing with the past couple weeks because I've been technical support for a lot of people as they're getting their online teaching setups up and running. But the students, man, you guys are having to do all your homework online too, which I know is not easy. So everyone that is currently dealing with the online teaching, learning bit right now, hang in there. It'll get easier the more that we do it, okay? So my heart goes out to everyone who's doing it. Okay, let's read some of these comments here. Oh man, sorry, I missed a bunch of comments. It's right here. Matthias, thank you. Wade says, sorry, I came in late. Is this in the book, Stick Control? Yeah, Wade, so this is you'll see this sticking in the original Stick Control book, but this handout is available as part of the Season 2 live lesson pack, which I can pull up here. Let me see. I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do this so you can see it. huayuanpan.com/free lessons. That's the handle in the bottom right-hand corner here. huayuanpan.com/free lessons. Link to my Instagram profile. Okay, and I know there's some questions. Okay, I think we're going to move into Q&A here in just a second. CP Drums, I see your question. I will come back to that in just 1 second. Let me just see if there are any questions about this lesson in particular. It's Kevin says, any lessons for hand speed, building chops. Kevin, give me 1 second. Hi, Isaac, the Warlock. Hey, bud. What's up? Inspire page. It's awesome. Thank you, Bartram. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Hi, Angel. Welcome, Barkus. What do you work on when you practice your left hand, like making your left hand better? So, Barkus, quick answer for that is you should check out 2 Sunday lesson streams ago. If you go to Facebook, or I think it's also on my YouTube page. If you can't find it on my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/huayuanpan, or my YouTube page, send me a direct message. But we did a whole lesson on how to make your left hand stronger and better. So I love when I get questions for videos that I've made, because that means that the video was worth making and it's going to be valuable, and it'll be able to serve a lot of people down the road. So check it out. If you can't find it, let me know. Okay. Let me keep coming down. Okay. Hi, Angel. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so speed. Okay, so there needs to be a Sunday session on how to build chops, strength, and speed. Chops, which is basically speed and strength. So how to build chops. There needs to be like a chops through each of the skill sets that are involved with building chops. Okay, so I'll make a mental note of that. And if you want to get notifications for those Sunday special topics lessons, you can go to my website, huayuanpan.com, and there's a link for you to sign up for the community, HP community. You can sign in and you'll get notifications for those Sunday streams. Okay, CP Drum says, any tips on preventing your fulcrum from shifting as you play? My left hand traditional seems to shift further back on the stick as I play, especially with legato passages. Yeah, CP Drums. Okay, so CP Drums, this is a question that I would answer in my, actually I'll film the answer right now and we'll stick it in the left hand traditional video course. So At the top of the lesson, you might have seen, if you go to drumlineblueprint.com/left-hand traditional, or if you just go to drumlineblueprint.com/courses, you'll see a left-hand traditional video course. So the question is, the fulcrum in your left hand starts to slip as you play. So you're playing like this and you feel the stick start to move forward like this, or as you play you feel the stick start to move forward like this. And that's going to stem back to this step. When you go back to here, you know, at the beginning of our setup we talked about being able to hold the stick with just this webbing. And you don't have to, you know, squeeze the life out of the stick. But you've got to figure out, you know, like, what does it feel like for me to hold the stick in the back of my hand? Chances are, and it's a little bit different for everybody, but maybe you're holding it just a little bit further out, and it's not really in that webbing part of your hand. You gotta get it all the way back in there, and then figure out what this feels like. And maybe you just haven't developed the muscles in your hand to squeeze that and hold it in place. Now, honestly, once I start playing, I'm not squeezing this very much. If I just go totally relaxed, it pretty much stays there because I know where to push on the stick with my finger. So for the teachers out there, if you are a left-hand traditional player, just switch to your right hand and you go, oh, that feels so weird. But that's what it feels like for your beginners when they're learning how to do it. And what I'm feeling right now is I'm having to squeeze significantly firmer in my right hand to keep it where it needs to be than in my left hand. Because it's kind of like bouncing a basketball. My left hand is very, very familiar with how this feels in this hand. So the first step is you're going to have to feel a little bit firmer, right? If it's hurting, that means you're squeezing too tight. This shouldn't be bruised or hurting. I remember in high school at one point, I got a bruise on this knuckle of my hand in here. I was just squeezing too hard, and when I was downstroking, I was, you know, taking all of that shock was going straight into that knuckle, and so I bruised my hand, and I realized that I need to relax my hand. So you've got to find that balance between keeping the stick there in place, not over squeezing, and if you go fully relaxed, you're like, oh, hey, it's still there. I'm still holding it in place, okay? And think about where your thumb is making contact with the stick and where you're pushing. Like, where do you get the most return for the least amount of effort and work that you're doing? And it should be very easy and relaxed, okay? So the two places I would check, one, make sure that you're holding it and it's all the way in there in the webbing, and two, play around with the amount of firmness that you need to keep the stick here without any of these fingers. Just get this bit. Get that part figured out, and then it should feel the same once you do add the fingers. Okay, great question, CP Drums. Thank you very much. What's up? J. Effort, Marion Fink. Hi, Maria. Welcome, welcome. Hi, guys. Okay, there are too many. Okay, sorry, there are too many questions, too many comments. I'm not going to be able to answer everyone's questions, but send me a direct message and we'll answer them in tomorrow's Q&A. Okay, but let me get a couple more in here before we run out of time today. We got 2 minutes here, so we are not going to be able to get everyone's questions. What do you work on when practicing your left hand to make your left hand better? Okay, so guys, check out, if you're interested in left-hand traditional, check out the video course. I'm going to start the beta program for that next week. drumlineblueprint.com/courses. Sign up for that. You'll get 3 videos that go straight to your email that'll show you how to set up your left-hand traditional from beginning to end. But also, I'll be running the beta while I'll be answering everyone's questions like this so we can get all that content filled out for those viewers. Okay? All right. So let me take the YouTube and Facebook questions here. We'll go for just a little bit longer, like maybe 4 or 5 more minutes. But for Instagram, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate you popping into the stream. If you haven't downloaded it yet, check out the free handout for today. Live Lesson Pack Season 2, warriorandpanda.com/free lessons. It's the free download of the week. The music is there, and then tomorrow we'll be back at the same time, which will be 6 p.m. Central. And just bring your questions, and we'll continue to work out a Season 2 Live Lesson Pack. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe. Most importantly, please share this out with your friends. It really means a lot. And if you do download that free handout, please take a moment to hit it with the 5-star rating so that others will see the handout as it goes out online. Okay? All right, Instagram. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in tomorrow's stream. All right? Thanks, guys. Bye. Okay. Brazil. Welcome. Welcome, Brazil. Okay, Facebook, let me take some of these comments, and then if there are other Q&A questions, we'll answer them. If not, then we will wrap for today. Okay? Jacob says, I've been doing stick control with paradiddles, so double paradiddles, in different patterns to, oh, you know what I can do? Check this out. Let me come over here. I'm gonna throw, I'm getting better at that bit. Okay, so, I've been doing stick control with paradiddles and different patterns to 2 underrated exercise. Yeah, so that's sticking, sorry. So double paradiddles, I saw some post and there was a school line, I think it was John Brennan, maybe? He was talking about how his line was somewhere and the judge called them out in a good way for playing double paradiddles, because you don't see, that's like, everyone and their mom plays paradiddle diddles. And it's, I don't know if it's considered, it's not old school, but it's like tradition that you've got to work, like Jacob's saying, the double paradiddles, paradiddle, and it gets you off the other hand, paradiddle. So, like your paradiddles that you practice, you're alternating, right? Double paradiddle, triple paradiddle. So you want to be able to flow through all that just as easily and seamlessly as you do for your paradiddle. So that's great that you're putting the time in for this. And something that I should have mentioned as we were doing all these stickings is, I remember when I went through this phase, it really helped with my 2 mallet mallet chops, my 2 mallet chops. My 2 mallet chops, because a lot of times you have to do doubles based off of, like where you're crossing and sticking wise. And if you've got all the duple patterns that we did today down, you're playing Porgy and Bess, it's not a problem for you to go, because you've got those chops and you're used to trying to make them as like perfectly even as possible. Okay, so this is not just for drumming, not just for marching percussion, classical percussion. It's for drum set, it's for keyboards, everything. Stick control, super, super important. Okay. Thanks, Jacob. I had big hands and I saw some DCI cats like higher up on the stick, but it made my SQ horrible. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit different in everyone's hand, where you choke back, choke up here, or choke back in this section. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. I feel a little bit tired. I did like double dad duty this afternoon with the kiddos with our walk. Like usually I take both kids out for a walk on their afternoon bit, and my daughter didn't want to go. She wanted to play in the backyard instead, so I took my son out. We did our usual loop, and then I got home. My daughter was like, oh, I want to go on a walk now also. I was like, we already did the walk. She's like, please, will you take me to go ride my bike? Oh. Okay, right? Like, daddy melts. So, anyway, maybe I need to a little pick-me-up. I might grab a tea or a coffee after this and get going. So, anything else in the mix? We talked about the free download. We talked about the upcoming left-hand traditional course. I think what I'll probably do is next week, maybe we'll just do an entire week over left-hand traditional. But I may not stream that because I want to kind of keep it to a small cohort of people who end up being the beta testers for the course. So if you're like interested in left-hand traditional, whether you're a teacher who's teaching it, you might be a woodwind or brass teacher, maybe you're a tenor player or a bass drummer and you've never like gotten the left-hand traditional thing down. I've been filming content for that from the last couple weeks, and I'm going to be loading that into the video course this weekend maybe. And then, I've got to send an email out to everyone and let them know that what's going on with that. But if you happen to be catching the stream and you want to be part of that beta group, just go to drumlineblueprint.com/courses. Sign up for the course for the beta. It's got a beta pricing right now. So basically it's like just to get people in the door if they're interested. And then once we beta test it together, I'll spend like a solid week answering and working with everybody through the course material and answering any questions. And we'll do maybe we can do a thing, whether on Zoom or Skype, where people actually come in and I'll, work in real time with people to correct their hands. That'd be great to fill some of the course with that content too, if you're into that as well. So I think that's what's on the horizon for next week. And then maybe this Sunday should be the chops lesson, how to build chops. Chops and speed. Strength and speed, building chops. All right. That's it. That's all I got today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you spending your afternoons with me. If you're catching this in the replay, thank you also. You made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Ton of content coming out the last few weeks, and we'll keep going. So if you're finding these helpful, leave a comment, subscribe, share, follow. Let me know. And I'll see everybody in tomorrow's lesson. Okay? Download the handout. If you want me to cover a specific topic for tomorrow, shoot me a message and we'll incorporate it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later. Have a good afternoon. Bye.